So, today we're going to be going over low carb diets and how they impact fat loss for women over 30. And there's three key areas that I want to speak on today that actually are going to shock you. And this could be the reason why you're doing everything right. You're fasting, you're doing more cardio, you're cutting carbs, you're doing everything that you see on social media and top people talk about, but you hit a plateau. You're dealing with fatigue, cravings, stubborn belly fat that just won't budge. And you're wondering, why is this not working for me? So we're going to dive right into it. And if you are new to following me, I'm Elizabeth with Elizabeth Ayler Fitness. I have my 4-year degree in kinesiology, CSCS. I'm a holistic nutrition consultant, GAPS practitioner, and FDN. And I've helped over 2,000 women over 30 lose 5 to 40 pounds in just 90 days with my 90-day whole body transformation. And it is starting, by the way, August 11th. So if you're ready to transform your body and get permanent results with your weight loss, no extremes, DM me ready on Instagram, or I'm going to drop everything in the YouTube description for you so that you can set up a discovery call to see if we're the perfect fit. Now, we're going to go right into it. I have those three key areas that I want to speak on today. And the first one has to do with thyroid conversion. So before we kind of go into how your cutting your carbs actually lowers your thyroid, which runs your metabolism, I want to mention something. We have 3 macronutrients: carbs, fats, and protein. For every 1 gram of carb, your body holds on to 3 to 6 grams of water. It does not do that with fats and protein. So when we go onto these low carb keto diets, you may feel like, wow, I am losing so much weight that first week. But as soon as you add those carbs back in, you feel like you're inflamed again. You feel like you're holding water again. This is normal because this is what happens when you cut the carbs out. But in order for weight loss to be sustainable, we need to ask ourselves, are we able to do this? Can we have our social life, do things that we love with the current nutrition plan that you're doing? If it does not feel sustainable 5 months, a year, 5 years from now, your weight loss is not going to be sustainable. And everything I preach on is sustainable weight loss, so where our body gets to a healthy place, so it lets go of the fat and you get permanent results. So the first big thing, when we go on these low carb diets, we want to look at our thyroid. Our thyroid actually runs our metabolism. And a lot of the doctors actually only test your TSH and your T4, not your T3. Your T3 is your active thyroid hormone. And all of those lab tests could look great, but your T3 be low, them not checking it, and then you actually have low thyroid issues. This is how a lot of clients that come to me, they're like, everything looks great. We run the right tests and they find out they actually have low thyroid. And over 60% of women, when we get older, over 30, actually have hypothyroid, low thyroid, and it truly impacts our metabolism. Even going to the bathroom, your hair, skin, nails, anxiety, all of that. So coming back to it, when we cut down on the carbs, it's less thyroid conversion from that T4 to our T3, which is the active form. I made a note that I wanted to mention to kind of explain it. Carbs are essential for the conversion of our T4, so our unactive thyroid hormone, to our T3, the active. And without them, your metabolism slows, fatigue hits, and weight loss stalls no matter how disciplined you are. So as a woman over 30, our bodies are so different than men in their 20s, or women in their 20s. So we can't do these extreme low calorie diets and cutting all these carbs out and extreme fasting, because we have to think about it as an additional stressor on a already stressed out body. If you're a busy mom, you're not sleeping good, we have hormone issues going on. When we're cutting all these carbs out, we put another stressor on us. And then we're trying to fast longer, push cardio harder, and then we're unable to lose the weight. And we think our body's broken, but it's our body doesn't feel safe. Our hormones aren't functioning internally. One of my clients, when we figured out what her thyroid and everything was going on with her, she said shed 27 pounds in 90 days, went from 900 calories a day to 1600, she started getting all of her hair growing back in, no more constipation, daily bowel movements, and she's doing less now than she was prior in terms of cardio and everything. We made it sustainable. And if that is you and you're like, I totally can relate to this, I want you to send me over that DM ready on Instagram or head to the show notes once I post this YouTube. I'm going to be putting a link for my 90-day whole body transformation where we get permanent results with zero extremes, and it's starting August 11th. So this is your unicorn moment. Now, I have two more that I want to talk about. So elevated cortisol and belly fat. So you may not know this. I've done keto, I've done carnivore, all those extremes. I was over 200 pounds. I got down to 90. I was all over the place with my health. But what I found is when I cut all the carbs out, I started getting anxiety. It would take, a month or two into the keto. My sleep started going. My anxiety got higher. I started retaining fluid, chronic cravings going on. So what you may not know is that cortisol and carbohydrates go hand in hand. If our carbs go too low as women, cortisol, our stress hormone, goes up. Sleep gets worse. Anxiety gets higher. Water retention starts coming in. So we need a good balance of the right carbs and at the right times throughout the day so that you're able to build lean muscle, lose stubborn belly fat, regulate your key hormones, sleep better, recover better. So that's a huge area that as soon as I found the right carbohydrates for my body, my gut, my hormones, and I regulated everything, within a week, my sleep was like amazing. And I was having so much anxiety. That went away. My recovery from my workouts, I started hitting PRs in the gym, feeling stronger. That fluid that was covering my stomach, that inflammation, everything regulated. I've had clients come to me, they're like, I can't sleep no matter how much melatonin I take. I tried it all. By regulating their carbs, getting them off these keto and low carb diets, finding the right approach to master their metabolism, they're shedding fat, sleeping better, energy through the roof, no more cravings. It's not a willpower issue. Now, my third one that I want to mention today is our gut. So the gut is my expertise. I had 15 types of parasites, H. pylori, SIBO, mast cell activation. Your gut runs everything. If your gut is not healthy, if you've taken multiple courses of antibiotics through your lifetime, if you're getting UTIs, cystic acne, migraines, you have hormone imbalances, arthritis, joint pain, all of that we tie down to our gut. If you're not able to break down your food and absorb and assimilate your food, like you could be eating the cleanest diet and all the protein in the world, you're not going to see the results with your physique. So the gut is like a big area that I really focus on with my clients to help them lose the weight, but in a way that's sustainable and they have their health, their vitality, energy, no cravings, and feel amazing. So that being said, when we go on these low carb diets and we cut all this out, we're literally cutting down the gut diversity because we're not getting as much of our fruits, our vegetables, all our good fiber. That fiber feeds all of the good bacteria in your gut, and it also helps remove excess estrogen from the body. It helps support our liver, which is our major detox organ over here that, again, removes excess estrogen, helps with our cholesterol levels to remove excess cholesterol. It helps with thyroid conversion. Everything happens in the liver. So when we cut the carbs out and we're eating more of these high protein diets or lacking fiber in our diet, that gut diversity goes lower. We need the good fiber in our diet. It acts as a thermogenic in our diet as well. But we have to look at, when we're cutting all these food groups out and cutting carbs out and everything, we got to look at the impact it has on our gut, our liver, our major detox organs. If you're a woman that's in perimenopause who's dealing with hormone imbalances, high cholesterol, thyroid issues, bloating, gas, constipation, IBS, all of those go hand in hand. You cut the carbs out, we have less vegetables, we have less fruits in our diet, we have less diversity. We're going to get more limited with our diet, and we're not going to be supporting all of those major organs that I just spoke about, our liver, like I said, the gut microbiome. And that was a huge thing for me. A lot of clients that come to me, they're on, the bodybuilder diet. They're even older and they're like, I'm eating the rice and I'm eating maybe like the white rice and I'm eating the chicken, and there's no vegetables at the meal. There's no diversity. And then they have estrogen dominance, or they have to get on HRT. They got thyroid issues. And when we start focusing on the gut, it's not about cutting the carbs out. They're now eating more carbs, more food, more diversity. I had a client, her whole body composition is changing. They wanted to put her on testosterone and progesterone. And hear me out. Only 8 weeks into working together, her numbers for her progesterone and testosterone, everything is going up again. We didn't do nothing. She was going to take the bioidentical hormones. She didn't. Everything is balancing back out, and she's having major body recomposition changes, and her anxiety, depression, all of that is going away. So when in doubt, we need to look at the gut versus just cutting our calories, cutting our carbs, doing more fasting and cardio. Our bodies are different in the 30s. And if you're like, Elizabeth, this is hitting home so much. I've tried all of the diets. I don't know what to do to get results. I want you to head over to my Instagram, DM me ready, and I will send you over a little DM to set up a discovery call. Or if you're on YouTube, after I post this YouTube live, go to the description. First thing there, it's going to take you to my website. There's a little video for you to watch, and then you can book a discovery call with me. I only take on limited clients, and this is the time. August 11th is our official start date for my next 90-day whole body transformation. And I want to get you to the healthiest place so that you can drop the weight, get your energy back, eliminate cravings, lose stubborn belly fat, balance your hormones, and feel amazing. I always say it takes 90 days to make a lifestyle change. And that's why I work with my clients for 90 days, so we can overcome the struggles, set us up for success, and get permanent results with our weight loss. I love you guys so much. Share this video with a friend, and I will see you later.